What's going on, guys? Max here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about 6 gadgets that are going to save you on a photo shoot. They're going to improve your workflow. Just 6 dirt cheap items that are going to help improve your photos, improve your videos, make your life easier, and let's just talk about them. Okay, so the first item we're going to be talking about is the lens hood. The lens hood is one of these items that every photographer has, but the problem is not many photographers or YouTubers really talk about this item. It's so invaluable, so important, but not a lot of people talk about it. It's dirt cheap. You can get these guys for 12, 15 bucks, especially if you use cheaper camera lenses from Canon that you use on Rebel APS-C cameras like I do. They come on those. If you use expensive lenses, they usually come with them already in the package with the lens. But essentially what the lenses actually do is it completely cuts out lens flares. And essentially lens flares are flares that come from the sun when it bounces onto the glass of your lens. It's especially prevalent on lenses that are ultra wide because they're bowed lenses. They're kind of curved, so the light has more thing to bounce off of. It depends. Most lenses have this issue. So to prevent this issue, you put a lens hood on top of your camera and it cuts pretty much 100% of the lens flare completely off. And not only does it cut off the lens flare, it also adds a little bit of extra contrast, making the image just look better. But for some people, obviously adding a little bit of contrast and taking away lens flares could be a negative, because lens flares are cool. They're a creative thing. So if you want to use lens flares for a creative aspect to make an image look cooler, you could. But if you're somebody who's doing a photo shoot or who just for some reason doesn't like lens flares, lens hood is going to completely eliminate that, and it's going to save you from having ruined footage because maybe the lens flare, maybe you wanted to shoot a cinematic video towards the sun, but then you got this disgusting lens flare and it just completely ruined your whole video. So this is how you prevent it. Another reason why the lens hood is awesome is the fact that it's also a great way to protect your camera. It's a great way to protect the front element of your actual camera. So if you're clumsy or you're just somebody who doesn't really take care of your gear that much, but you don't want to break your lens, what you can do, put a lens hood on, and if you bounce it or hit it face first into something, the lens hood is protecting the front element, so you don't have to worry about your front element and your camera lens breaking or getting in contact with anything, because the lens hood is the one that's gonna get physically hurt and hit, and it's gonna save your actual camera lens. The number 2 object on the list is another thing that I actually do enjoy using. There's a pretty big part in my thing, and that is the rocket blower. This guy is so invaluable, so important to me. I love this guy. The craziest thing is I don't only use this guy for photos or for videos or just for my camera setup. I actually use this to blow the dust off of my keyboard, off my phone, off the mouse, off the computer, off the desk. Anything you want to blow the dust off, this is so useful. You could pick these guys up for fairly cheap. This is what I picked it up with. I actually picked this guy up in a cleaning kit from Ultra Photo or Ultra Photos, whatever you pronounce, however you want to call it. Ultra Photos sells a bundle as a full cleaning kit with swabs to clean your camera sensor. It comes with a spray to clean your lenses. It comes with a microfiber cloth, pretty big one as well, huge one. It comes with these nice little brushes and everything. It's just an amazing cleaning kit, and it also comes with one of these guys, all for $17. It's so cheap, dirt cheap, and you can keep your stuff clean. It's awesome. If I could find it, I'll link it down in the description. For the matter of fact, I'm gonna link down everything I have, everything I'm gonna talk about today. I'm gonna link them down in the description. If I can't find the original one on Amazon, I'm gonna link something that's similar to it from a different company. Links are gonna be in the description. Third item on the list is a camera remote. It's one of these things that a lot of people actually don't have. It's one of the things that I feel like is pretty important. I feel like I've used this guy quite a bit. I've found a lot of uses for this guy, and I think you guys are gonna find a lot of uses for this guy as well. One of the biggest uses for this remote is long exposures. If you guys are really into landscapes and long exposures, or if you're trying to get into it, this is important. A tripod, and this is key. I'm gonna be making a video on long exposures, time lapses, all of that type of stuff, that whole side of video and photography later. But essentially one of the things you need for long exposures is this remote, because you could just quickly click. You could change your camera setting on your camera to obviously enable the remote. There are 2 settings on the actual remote where if you put it on the dot, you click it once, it starts the video, or if it's on the photo side, you click it once and it takes a photo. If you bring the switch to the number 2, what that does is that allows you to hold the button for longer. So if you press it and you're doing a long exposure, if your camera is on bulb mode and you have it on the number 2, you press it, the shutter is going to be open until you press that button to close the shutter. The shutter is going to be open, obviously collecting a ton of light, and essentially when you want to be done with the photo, when you want the shutter closed and to finish creating the image, you press the button again to close it. And that's essentially what you do when you do long exposures, because obviously if you do it with your hand, I try to do it, it's so blurry, it doesn't work. And also if you want to do group photos where you want to be inside the group photo, or if you're doing a thumbnail of yourself, I press the button and it takes the photo. It's awesome. I really do highly recommend this remote. It's dirt cheap, $6, no excuses. You should have one in your camera bag. The 4th item on the list is this awesome little gadget that a lot of people don't even know about the existence of. It's these nice little cable ties, zip ties, whatever you want to call them. Personally, I got one from Photo and Tech. They're cheaper, they're half price, because I thought the Think Tank one was overpriced. So I got this one the same amount, 10 of these for $15. They're so useful. They keep your cables nice and tidy and clean. If you want to cable tie something to your backpack or organize cables, anything, this is just such a useful little item that a lot of people just don't think is useful. And I found many uses, like cable managing stuff in my camera bag. So if I want to use a charger, I cable manage my charger, just so when I get it out, it's not all tangled up. You could use it for headphones, fix up tangled headphones. Now with this, I could put stuff on luggage. If I want to differentiate my luggage from other people, I could put this and it's kind of like a red marker saying that this is my bag. Or if I want to put something on my bag, like if I want to cable tie, for instance, something to my bag, like a tripod or a gorilla pod, I can use this guy, cable tie it to my bag, cable tie it to whatever you want. If you can't afford a bracelet, just buy one of these, 15 bucks, cheap little bracelets. Not only is it a bracelet, but it's also a very useful and important little piece of tech. Not even tech, to be honest, it's just a piece of cable that just ties things together. Wow. Jumping to our 5th item on the list, it is this newer LED light. It's the newer CN160. It's an awesome small little LED light that turns on like this. As you can see, adds light to me. If I want to add light, as much light as I want, I do that. I'm using one right now to light, to just have a little bit of excess light. So if I turn it off, you can see it does such a small little difference, but it does still make a difference. It's a small little cheap light. This one was actually 30 something bucks. I think I picked this one. I picked up a bundle with two cheap tripods for 50 something bucks. It's still a lot of money, but there's a cheaper option. It's also made by this company called Altura Photos that I just talked about, the cleaning kit. Altura Photos makes one that's slimmer than this, 2 times slimmer, and instead of using these batteries, it actually comes with a rechargeable battery with a charger. It's slimmer, rechargeable battery. It comes with filters. This guy comes with filters, but those filters, instead of having pieces of plastic that you slide them through, that is magnetic. It's just so much better. It has brightness settings. It's just so much better. And the craziest part about it is this one is $17 as well. It's so much cheaper than this guy, and it's like 5 times better. But essentially that's it with this LED light. Really useful, portable, you could take it with you. It's awesome for studio lighting if you're on the go, but also a different alternative choice if you're somebody that already has studio lighting, but you're still thinking of getting some sort of portable light instead of having something that's this big. A lot of YouTubers talked about it. It's a small little aperture light that you can take with you. It's legitimately smaller than a cell phone. It's tiny, just so small. But if you're somebody that already has studio lighting and doesn't really need these LED lights but still wants to have a portable version, that is a really great option. It's a little bit more expensive than this, but I recommend picking it up because it's small, portable, higher quality than this, and that's essentially it. That's gonna save you on any photo shoot. If you're on the go, in a car, vlogging, and it's dark outside and you wanna light yourself, it's perfect. These are also great if you're shooting a video in a hotel, for instance, or in somebody's house and it's not your studio. One of these lights are awesome. Pop pop this guy on, it's on, you got a nice little light going, and you can start YouTubing or start recording. It's awesome, really important gadget. I use it even in my studio. They're amazing, highly recommended. And the last thing on our list is this nice waterproof SD card holder. It's by this company called HDE. I had to look because I forgot the name of this. The company name is weird. I got it off of Amazon. It was also cheap. I think it was 15 bucks, 12, 15 bucks. Very, very cheap. But the thing is, it's awesome because it's a waterproof case. It keeps micro SD cards and SD cards in here, which is awesome. You close it up like this with this nice flap going here. Close it. Now it's waterproof. You can drop it in a tub of water inside somewhere in water. It's not gonna get damaged, which is awesome. It's also a hard shell case, so it's shock proof. If you drop it, everything's gonna be fine. Your SD cards are gonna be in perfect condition. The cool thing is you can fit a ton of SD cards here. You can fit 6 on each side, which means you can fit 12 full SD cards and you can fit 12 micro SD cards. And the good thing is if you want, you can fit 12 SD cards and micro SD cards at the same time. So instead of having to take 6 SD cards and 6 micro, you could fit a micro SD card, and then over top of the micro, you could fit a full SD card, which is really, really cool. What I'm doing is I'm putting SD cards like this and micro SD cards like that, just organizing them like that because they're only used for one thing. So the good thing with this is if I want to use it for a GoPro, I just take it out of its converter and it works for GoPro. So I don't have to worry about being like, oh, I can't record on my GoPro because I forgot my micro SD card. The only thing I have is an SD card. So completely takes that thing out. So I use a micro SD card for everything, all my videos, DSLR, I keep it in here, waterproof, shockproof, awesome. Cheap, gets the job done. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to click the like button if you did enjoy it. It actually makes a difference. It supports the channel. Make sure to comment anything you want. Either if you were wondering anything more questions on the gadgets I showed you guys today, any questions like that, leave them in the comment section. Also, make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel because I got a ton of videos coming out very soon. More vlogs, more of these awesome videos. I'm so excited. A ton of fun stuff. As well as be sure to check out my Instagram. I post there every other day. Awesome photos there. Also more updates on my website a little bit later. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll see you guys next time. Links in the description for all the products, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, guys.